And Taro Edune, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today I'm going to be reacting to Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. All cutscenes and cinematics and edited gameplay done by Xletalis. This is part 3. If you want to check out part 2 and part 1 and the prologue campaign, remember the playlist card will be at the top. Just click on it and you'll be able to access it. In part 2, Hierarch Artanis had to destroy the planet of Zerkurus under the request from Matriarch Vorozan of the Nerazim. She decided that she would not allow Amon and his Zerg and his hybrids to take over the planet and use it as a staging base for further invasions across the galaxy. So she decided that the planet had to go, and it's not something that I agreed to really. But people in the comment section for my previous reaction to part 2, they were strong in their support for the matriarch's decision, stating their reasons why, and I'm leaning towards their side of reasoning as well. But yeah, it was a really destructive situation that happened on Zerkurus, but they made sure that as many civilians as possible also escaped the planet, and now they are all being escorted by the Spear of a Dune. I don't know where they're heading off to next, but yeah, let's find out in part 3. Okay, let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
I cannot believe you survived the fight in the temple, Hierarch. Did you have some weapons enhancements I did not know about?
The Nerazim fought valiantly beside us, even unto the destruction of their world. Why?
Their homeworld has always been Ire. They have never forgotten it, or the sacrifice that delivered them to safety.
You speak of Adun. So saith Judicator Zentheon. Adun failed to eradicate the rogue tribes, those who call themselves the Dark Templar. We witnessed the burst of the Twilight Star.
I'm not sure what that was, but it seems like Rohana was able to tap into the memories of this adjudicator, and like she was speaking differently. I think that was the voice of the adjudicator, speaking through Rohana. Yeah, I think that's what that was. Because I remember she said that she has the collective memories and thoughts of Protoss from before. So yeah, I think they are projecting themselves through her voice whenever she accesses that information. I think. Yeah.
In that treasonous instant, Adun ushered the heretics and himself to fate, purifying Ire of their taint, but allowing them life.
Treason? Adun chose mercy rather than committing genocide. This was a noble act, Preserver.
Was it? I see history through the eyes of those who lived it, Artanis.
Perhaps this is why you are blind to all that is before you. History's truths are only ever understood looking through the backwards lens, seeing its consequences take root.
As a preserver, I have always experienced history as a living, breathing now, as those who experienced it in the moment did. Perhaps I should consider the way you view it.
I think you should, Rohana. It's because you're also reliving the past feelings, the past hatreds, the past fears of those Protoss, and you're stuck in that kind of rewind every time, and maybe that's why you can't really accept change, that things have changed over a considerable amount of time. Nothing's the same, and you have to try to change with it as well. So yeah.
Indeed, Zerkurus. Zerkurus is gone. It has become one with the eternal night. But the traditions we forged there will remain with us forever.
Is that still possible, Matriarch?
More so than you may realize. What do you know of the Shadow Walk, Artanis?
Little. Your people closely guard their customs.
It is our most sacred rite of passage. The initiate stands alone. Members of her tribe strike against her from the shadows. If she endures, she becomes a shadow hunter, true Dark Templar.
Why do you speak of this?
You stood alone, as Dark Templar, against countless enemies, risking your life for the many. You have walked as we have. You have walked the shadow path already, Artanis. You no longer have the Kala. You are Dark Templar.
I like how she enforces that you are Dark Templar. Of course, she's not pointing at him, but I wish she was. Like, you are Dark Templar.
First Ire, and now Shakuras. All that we have held dear is crumbling around us. Despite this, we must press on. The Terrans of Korhal have in their possession the Zelnaga Keystone, which Zeratul foresaw would lead to our salvation. Though I have not seen Commander Raynor in many solar returns, I believe he will give the Keystone to us.
We're back.
Protoss vessel. This is Commander James Raynor. Artanis? Man, ain't you a sight for sore eyes?
Friend Raynor, you seem rather occupied.
Just another day at the office.
Who are these insurgents?
Call themselves Moebius Corps, an elite guard that used to work for Dr. Narud. They've been striking worlds throughout the sector, leaving few survivors. Each world attacked reported hybrid leaving.
Then truly, no world is beyond Amon's reach.
Okay, but where did they get a fleet? Wow. Okay, wow.
Reinforce those bulkheads. Reposition the Mark 7 Alpha. We need to form a battle line. They've overrun Sky Shield, our orbital defense platform. Looks like they've destroyed its atmospheric stabilizers. It's falling fast. If it crashes, it'll obliterate August Grad.
We will ensure that does not happen, Commander. Engage their fleet and keep their assault at bay.
Like old times, buddy. Like old times.
I don't know about the old times because I didn't watch or I didn't play StarCraft 1, but yeah, like old times.
The one I knew was on Ire. My fellow Smiths. My teachers.
I must remind you, our sacred law, the Deul, clearly forbids us to interfere with lesser beings, unless there is a direct threat to the Empire.
Lady.
Your choice to aid these Terrans is perplexing.
Why do you assume that they are lesser beings, Rohana?
I do not make an assumption. Gaze upon them. Unsophisticated, primitive. They communicate through orifices, mouths.
Many, including myself, once thought as you do. But I have seen their nobility. In time, you will also.
Many of my Dark Templar have volunteered to act as scouts for us. They will keep us aware of Amon's movements. Amon will not rest until every living thing is under his dominion.
This is actually kind of cool, you know, on the CIC bridge, seeing all the battle ships and everything else, and Korhal as well. It's quite cool.
It seems fate has drawn us together once again, James Raynor.
I'd call it luck.
Luck is a concept that is purely human in origin. We Protoss see the synchronicity of events, and know there is a grander design behind them.
It don't matter how you see it. The result's the same. So what brought you all the way out here, Artanis?
Zeratul believed that the artifact in your possession, the Keystone, he called it, could guide us to the Zelnaga.
Where's Zeratul now?
The Dark Prelate fell on Ire. His last hope was that I would continue his quest and find a way to stop Amon.
Damn it. Always knew there was only one way this quest of his was gonna end.
His loss is great. I know you called him friend.
I went through hell to get that artifact because of his damned fool prophecies. Lost a lot of good men. If he wanted you to have it, take it. It's yours. Right now, though, we got a city to save. Sky Shield's in serious trouble, old buddy. If we can't bring it back online, Augustgrad's gonna take a nuclear-sized impact. Moebius...
Please don't say that. Yeah, Jim Renner, don't say that. Oh buddy, oh pal. Oh, please don't say that. Tychus.
Corps soldiers are on the platform now, and those guys are suicidal. Rather die than let us stop them. This ain't good. Sky Shield's not gonna last much longer. At this rate, we've got maybe 10 minutes left till it lands smack dab on our capital.
Your suspicions were correct, Commander. Moebius Corps is disabling the platform's atmospheric stabilizers as we speak.
The damage appears repairable, Hierarch.
Yeah, assuming Moebius Corps leaves anything left to repair. Artanis, if you can clear out those troops, my boys can patch up those stabilizers. That should buy us some extra time.
We must move quickly. It will take the combined power of all 5 stabilizers to halt the platform's descent.
The central stabilizer is nearby. Securing it first will deliver us a staging ground to assault the other 4. This world.
So it crashes in around 9 minutes. 9 minutes 38 seconds. Okay. Good luck, Exletalis.
We await. Give us your command.
Durability calculations updated.
Commander, your construction vehicles can begin the repairs.
Thanks, Artanis. My boys are putting a sensor tower here. Should alert you if Moebius Corps swings through this area.
Things are cooking up.
I am detecting an electromagnetic weapon ahead. The pulse emanating from these devices will slowly damage our shields. But their solarite reactors may be useful to us. Destroying these devices would be highly advised. My conjecture was correct. These solarite reactors can be used to improve the solar core's energy output. I detect 2 more of these devices on the platform. If possible, you should seek them out.
I have returned. Moebius Corps is mobilizing an attack against our nexus point. Rally our defenses. Got 2. What all blades from the shadows I come.
If possible, we should warp in more photon cannons. They will help our nexus point defend against enemy incursions.
Receiving. I am needed. What would you ask of us?
The final solarite reactor is being warped aboard now. I will begin installing them as soon as possible.
Initiating. Mitoga. Confirm. Awaiting instructions.
I don't know, like, wouldn't an airstrike be a bit dangerous to use on such a platform as it's re-entering into the planet? But anyways.
Mito engaging foe. I bask in the twilight. Engaging foe. A 3rd stabilizer has been cleared of enemy forces.
Gotcha. Repairs underway.
The Phantom.
Man, you're sure pissing Moebius Corps off. A lot of troops guarding the stabilizers. Make sure you got enough forces to engage.
Transmit.
Nice work cleaning out that base, Artanis. Raiders, let's keep this ground secure.
I am but a phantom. Clever. I will comply. I am the blade of the Narazim.
I am the blade of the Narazim.
Durability calculations updated.
Only one stabilizer still remains in enemy hands. We must make haste.
I am retreating.
Friend Raynor, Sky Shield has been stabilized, and Moebius Core is retreating.
Admiral Horner will take control of the station from here. Gotta say, I owe you big time for this one, partner.
Matt is an admiral? Whoa.
That's a hell of a thing your boys did, Artanis. Sky Shield is back online. We're about to call down the cavalry.
We will join you on the surface and extract the Keystone.
I got some bad news for you. Seems our friends below had the same idea. While we were fighting to get planetside, the Imperial Palace was raided. Security data indicates the Keystone was taken. My mama used to have a saying, when it rains, it floods.
I am uncertain as to how this saying is helpful, friend Raynor.
Me either. Wait a minute. I'm getting intel. A Moebius Core evac team is headed toward Bennett Port. They got the Keystone.
We shall not let them escape.
Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now. Your friends are most unusual, Hierarch.
You are unlike the other leaders I have known.
I have received word from our scouts. It seems Amon's forces are dividing to conquer separate parts of the sector at once. Amon will not rest until every living thing is under his dominion.
It's looking bad, Artanis. A lot of dead people down there. We gotta take these bastards out.
What could have led these Terrans to come under Amon's thrall?
They were assigned to some top-secret details, running security at Dr. Narud's hybrid research labs. After Valerian re-established the government, the Moebius Foundation went dark. Last transmissions were chaotic, crazed. Next thing we know, the attack started.
Then Amon has turned them into his slaves. An army. They are dangerous, but they are only the start of the war to come.
You always were the optimistic sort. Moebius Core is making their way to Bennett Port with the artifact. We gotta stop them before they get away with it. Welcome to Bennett Port, at least what's left of it. Moebius Core has entrenched themselves here to keep us from the artifact. Valerian's setting up his base now. Once he gets...
Raynor, what is happening?
The hybrid are channeling void energy into the Keystone. The resulting psionic disruption has overwhelmed the Terrans.
Deploy our immortals. We need heavy assault to protect these Terrans until the disruption subsides.
They can do that? Wow. Alright, psionic hybrids.
Man, that's 2 I owe you, Artanis. Felt like I was losing my damn mind.
The Keystone is recharging, Commander. They will surely activate it again soon. We must reclaim it.
You ain't kidding. Let's lock and load, partner.
We can construct immortals from the robotics facility. They are quite effective at sieging enemies or defending our allies.
All right. My boys are taking this fight to Moebius Core. And once you got your defenses in place, bring the heat.
This disruption has hit my forces hard. We've taken heavy casualties, and we're going to
Valerian, hey!
need more time to establish our fortifications. Do what you can to keep them at bay.
Already on it. Your position will be secure till they fire off that Keystone again.
Hierarch, several of our Dominion research facilities are reporting that they are under attack. If you can rescue them, I'll return any Protoss technology they've collected to you.
The Keystone is reaching full power, Hierarch. We will need to defend our allies from the hybrid once more.
I walk the shadowed path. Consume you. In your presence, glory is eternal. We shall serve forever.
I don't know, hey guys, the hybrids, they need someone. They need someone with a sassy kind of attitude. You know, like how how the Queen of Blades and Jim Raynor would, you know, banter with one another, you know, fighting on the intercom. They need someone like that. These hybrids, they're not really entertaining enough, you know. I don't know. I'm not enjoying whatever they're saying here. Yeah.
We await our charge.
We have liberated a Dominion facility.
Can't believe we made it out alive. Some of our medics will stay behind in case you need them.
The attackers have fallen. Forge ahead to the Keystone's location.
Commander, our forces are ready. The Dominion is engaging Moebius Corps.
I return to serve.
We've broken their defenses. Let's get some bunkers out there.
If possible, we should warp in more photon cannons. They will help our Nexus Point defend against enemy incursions.
Our blades meet the enemy. I walk the shadowed path. I return to serve. I feel I walk the shadowed path.
Definitely the Immortals look like a version 2 of the Dragoons. Really, they look like a version 2 of them with bigger guns and far more powerful rapid fire, I should say, compared to the Dragoons.
There shall be a reckoning.
Another disruption will occur soon. Remember, we can use this time to protect our allies from the hybrid, or attack Moebius Corps.
I return.
Thank heavens. Almost everyone died. Just a few medevacs left.
Hey, those glasses, I don't know if they are glasses, but I remember something similar from Star Trek Generations. One of the engineers had something similar to that. I just can't remember his name right now. Was it LaForge? I can't remember. But yeah, I've seen something similar to that.
I'll send them to support the Emperor's forces.
We march to victory. It is destined. Cause alarm.
We have survived the hybrid's assault. Continue onward, warrior.
Like one Immortal can take on at least 2 hybrids and still survive for a considerable long time. That's amazing. Until backup comes and then they finish off the hybrids. That's wow.
Damn, that's one hell of a headache. Thanks for the help, Artanis.
Dominion SCVs, establish a fortification line here.
Thank you for your help. Our last science vessels are on their way to the front line.
Emperor Valerian, we have secured all of the threatened facilities.
I promise you, I won't forget this kindness, Hierarch.
Hierarch, I'm detecting a significant energy spike. I expect the Keystone will emit another disruption nova soon.
I have returned.
Nice work. That area's secure. I'll set up some defenses.
Marines, push the battle line forward.
Minds shall be torn asunder. Duty is unending. I return to serve.
Dark there for a while. Good thing you've got our backs.
We mock. I walk the shadowed path. Our cannon. I walk the shadowed path. It is destined. Ungara Manak. I feel. I return. I walk the shadowed path. I have returned. I have returned.
Well, that did it. We pushed Moebius core back. Damn. Look at this place. Even the Zerg didn't tear into the city like this.
Matt, hey. Valerian's got some new attire on his chest, a lot of medals and stuff. Okay.
Did you know this warrior?
No. But I know his story. I know all their stories. None of them ever think it'll end like this. Reports been coming in from all over. Dominion worlds overrun. Outposts destroyed. A lot more dead boys out there. Warriors.
Death is the fate of all warriors. A fate we too may soon embrace.
Fate ain't written, Artanis. Way I see it, if Zeratul believed you could make a difference in all this, then this fight's just begun.
It is your custom to shake the hand of a friend, is it not?
Give him hell, Artanis.
Wait, so is this like the last time we'll see Jim Raynor and the Terran Dominion? Oh man, I wanted him to join with us.
honor. Preserver. Rohana.
I knew it. I knew it.
Artanis.
Amon.
I see your doubt, your fear. You are so alone, mewling in the darkness. Let me release you, all of you, from the suffering of this life.
Cut off a coordinal node thing at the back. Just cut it off.
The infinite cycle of strife and anguish is at an end.
Your words are little more than poison, Amon. Your actions bring nothing but death.
They bring purpose, an end to a cycle not within had chosen. Your resistance will only bring unneeded suffering.
It has passed, Hierarch. Pain is gone.
Just to make sure, please cut it off right now.
Do you see now why you must separate from the Kala? Its light has faded.
I will keep him at bay. I will endure. I have felt his rage, seen his truth.
If you will not sever your connection to the Kala, then you will be contained, kept in stasis.
I guess that's a better answer. A better solution, I mean. Yeah.
I will preserve the Kala however I must. If I must endure imprisonment, so be it.
Bye-bye.
Look here, Hierarch. This material self-regenerates. It is no wonder the research of the Terrans claimed it to be from a recent epoch. My projections place it at several billion years old, if not more.
Zeratul vision said that this keystone can guide us unto hope. What do you think it means?
Yes, guide us. It is a code wanting to be cracked. The keystone seems to be able to manipulate energies, but that may not be its sole purpose. I believe it stores its origin point within.
Its origin point?
Yes, I promise you. I will find out how this will lead us to the Xel'Naga.
Redouble your efforts, Karax. There is little time.
I abandoned everything I knew to study and serve the Kala.
I thought you were in stasis, lady. What the hell are you doing here talking to us?
Not forsake my vows, even now. Robotic assault units can now be added to our army, Hierarch.
I return to serve. Adun Toridas.
Hey there, your royalness. Man, this is weird. I've never talked to no Protoss before.
This one.
Hey.
If I have learned one thing from your commander Raynor, it is that we are not so different, Rory Swan. Continue your report.
Right. So, the artifact, the keystone thingy's all yours. We're in the middle of transmitting all our data to your engineer.
You have my thanks. Please relay my appreciation to Commander Raynor.
Hey, you got it, Skippy.
Skippy? Amon's reach extends further than I ever imagined.
This war has only begun. It is one that will test our every limit.
Zeratul believed that the Xel'Naga lived, and that they would aid us.
I have heard his prophecies as well. It is said that the Xel'Naga come from a world that exists where none should. From there, All life in our universe takes its root. Our forebears searched for it, but nothing beyond legend was ever found.
And you? Do you believe as Zeratul did?
Zeratul killed my mother, Artanis. I will always hate him for this. I will always hold him in the highest contempt.
Raja Ghal was corrupted by the Queen of Blades, Matriarch.
Yes, I know that now. Reason has no bearing on emotion. Our kind embraces this more than yours.
Zeratul grieved for her as well. His sense of guilt drove him to uncover the ancient prophecies, to find hope for our people.
You will forgive me if I do not place my faith in the words of an exile.
Okay, Matriarch. Okay.
Zeratul, old friend. I have the keystone you believed would lead to our salvation. And yet, faith alone will not defeat Amon. As Hierarch, I was made aware of a location where our Kalai scientists experimented on new weaponry in secret. Within the Glacius facility, the Purifier program has been reborn. We must recover this immensely powerful technology. Glacius facility. Within lies the greatest weaponry the Empire ever developed.
It is the site of the Purifier revival program.
Purifiers? The forbidden weapon? They were sealed away by the Conclave, never to be restored.
The ancient purifiers are not kept here, Preserver. They are still locked away.
Purifiers.
Here, on Glacius, our researchers have been developing prototype weaponry inspired by that ancient technology.
You speak above your caste, Kalai. This is unimaginable heresy.
We are outmatched by Amon's forces and facing annihilation. If this technology may help us, we will use it.
Okay guys, that's it with Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void, all cinematics, cutscenes and edited gameplay done by Extertalis, part 3. Yeah, we got to see the whole gang again from Wings of Liberty, Jim Raynor, Matt, Valerian and Swan. Yeah, it's good to see them again, and Matt is an admiral now. He's the admiral of the Terran Dominion fleet. That's quite cool. That's really, really cool for him. But yeah, the Moebius Corps, they are the bane of the Terran Dominion just as much as the Protoss who are controlled by Amon are the bane of the Protoss who are fighting against Amon. And yeah, it's crazy out here. I'm just still wondering, where did they get a fleet? You know, the Moebius Corps, when did they get such a huge fleet and fighting against the Terran Dominion on the home world? You know, Korhal, the capital, the most heavily defended planet in all of Terran Dominion space, being attacked like that. But yeah, it was amazing. It kind of reminded me of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith in a kind of way. Yeah, in a kind of way, yeah. And Rohana. You know, the more this lady speaks, the more irritated I get. And I thought, since she's going into stasis, we're not going to hear from her for some time. You know, I thought stasis means she'll be comatose. She won't be, you know, talking. She won't be doing anything. She'll just be in that stasis bubble thing and just stay in there like all the other zealots. You know, I thought that's what was going to happen, but no. She's still alive, still awake, just talking in that capsule thing. And Artanis thinks that can protect herself or, you know, the rest of the crew members from her being controlled by Amon. I'm telling you now, Amon is going to control her again, and he's going to use her psionic abilities to burst open this stasis chamber and start attacking people. You know, I just feel it. I feel that that's what's going to happen. He should have cut her cortical node thing. As soon as she started to regain her own self again, that's when he should have just chopped it off immediately. No questions. No, are you okay? No, cut it. Cut it right now before she tries to retaliate. So yeah, Amon can really mess things up for the Protoss if he has access to someone who's still connected to the color. So Artanis has to do something about that as soon as possible. I really believe that he has to deal with it. But yeah, guys, I guess that's it. That's it for today. There's a new super weapon that's been discovered, and probably gonna know more about it in part 4. And let's see what happens if this new weapon is going to change the tide of war against Amon. Hopefully it can, and yeah, I guess we'll have to see next week. Remember guys, if you like the video, please give me a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you need to be up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you next time. Okay?